Hello everybody. Obviously today is Thursday, which means we have our SSB squats and volume bench and all that fun stuff. Like normal, I'm getting ready to go to class, my last class of the day. Everything's great. And then we'll be off to the gym. So yeah, don't really have a whole lot to say, aside from the fact that I am actually kind of excited, specifically for bench, which is weird. But, you know, we might have figured some stuff out. Maybe it's going to be feeling good. Who really knows? But like, whenever I'm kind of struggling with a lift, and like there's, just some trial and error going on, I might be having a little bit of an idea of what's going on, and we're just trying to figure some stuff out. That is kind of like when I enjoy that lift in particular the most. I always enjoy deadlift. Deadlift always feels great. It's deadlift. And so, deadlift is always one that I really, really enjoy. But like squat and bench, I enjoy them all year round, but like when it kind of feels like crap and I'm trying out these whole different things, maybe different cues, whatnot, that's actually when I enjoy it the most. Believe it or not, sounds probably really weird, but there's just something about like trying to fix whatever it is that's going on, or trying to learn how to do this or make this feel better, and all this like experimenting is kind of when I just enjoy things the most. So we're looking forward to bench. Those SSB squats are hard, so we always like those. And then, we just got a few accessories today. I believe it's 2. And we will be hopefully in and out today so I can get some sleep. But I don't have class tomorrow, so if I have to sleep in, I can sleep in just a little bit. But I think that's probably everything I got to say for this intro. If I think of something on my drive, I will obviously say it, unless it's like a sentence, and then I'll probably just add it to the recap. But with that being said, I got my pre all made, and I'm gonna get ready for class. It's basically just put my computer in my bag, make sure I have like my water and all my gym stuff, and then we'll leave. We'll be in a good spot. Looking forward to today, and hopefully we can have a good session. So I'm gonna get out of here, and we'll be in the gym.
Don't get caught up. Hey, God, everyone told me I shouldn't be a pro. So, I still, I guess I did it. good. That was the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Mine was definitely the fucking bumper cars down the road, dude.
Okay, yes. One more.
Yep.
One more sit.
Yep.
Okay, obviously just finished up today's session, and pretty positive day altogether. Nothing really to complain about. SSB is SSB. Like, it always feels very, very tough, and just hard to maintain my positioning, but tech did feel good, and you know, it felt kind of right where it was supposed to be, moved how it was supposed to be. Not, you know, nothing really too crazy with that. We're mainly doing it because it is hard. Positioning is tough, and that's kind of the whole point of it. So yeah, that went expected. Really have no comments on that, on SSB. Aside from that, it was good. Bench felt pretty good. I got a little bit out of position by that last rep, but it kind of moved right where it should have, maybe a little bit, like a tad tough, but I made some, I don't want to say drastic, but like somewhat significant changes in my foot position. I feel like I could even get my feet further back, but I didn't want to play with it too much. So, you know, I'm happy with the way it moved. I think in a couple weeks, once I really get used to benching that way consistently, we will be in an amazing spot. For right now, it didn't move bad. You know, it moved very, very good. I'm very happy with the way it moved and how I felt while pressing. I just think in a couple weeks, when it becomes second nature, things are going to be moving much better. So overall, very, very happy with that bench today in general. I think it's just going to take probably a couple sessions to really get accustomed to it, which is kind of expected. So nothing out of the ordinary there. It was something we expected. I am happy with the load. I was honestly expecting probably 150, not 155. So happy with that, especially because I do have a little bit of extra fatigue from yesterday. Being as that first single was a little bit more challenging than I would have liked. And then we took another single on top of that after all of the backoffs. So had a little bit extra fatigue, and I was honestly expecting not to press 155 today. I was expecting somewhere around, like I said, that 150, and I was pleasantly surprised. Even 140 for my backoffs felt really, really good. So I think we are in a great spot. It's just going to take a little bit for it to feel second nature, and I am totally okay with that. You know, it's kind of to be expected, especially when we are playing with things. So, you know, I'm definitely not upset about that. Leg extension, happy with that, always. I mean, it's pretty quick, it's single leg, it's, you know, bodybuilding stuff. I went a little bit heavier than normal, but that's obviously we want to be pushing the accessories. That is like one of the main things that we are trying to do, especially at the moment, because we are relatively far out from a competition, or just a serious competition, or just any competition in general. I still haven't spoken with my coach about doing a local competition in January. I plan to do that in the next couple days, though. So as of right now, our next competition is not until the end of May. So, you know, we still got a lot of time. Bigger legs will never hurt. So we are going to be trying to get my legs bigger. And yeah, and then obviously moved on to H rolls. I absolutely love those. The like shoulder pump stimulus I get in my, you know, my front delt and my rear delt is insane. I like, you know, front raises, and I just like hitting shoulders in general. I don't know why, but I don't have to go that heavy, and I get great muscle stimulus in my shoulders, and it just feels really good. I don't think I have ever done any sort of rear delt exercise and actually felt my rear delts as much as I do on these. Especially because I am trying to actually hit, like, that is why I'm doing these, to actually be able to hit my rear delts. I was programmed band pull aparts, but my upper back takes over. So obviously the goal is to get rear delts. I'm going to do something that hits rear delts a little bit better. I just haven't had a chance to inform my coach that that is what I have been doing instead. I also get some extra front delt work, which bigger shoulders is not going to hurt me. You know, if you look at any big bencher, they have relatively big shoulders. So bigger shoulders, bigger bench, reasonably. So if I can get bigger shoulders, I am completely okay with that. And yeah, I think we're gonna keep plugging along, and we're making, well, it might not seem like we're making amazing progress specifically on bench, at least not as good of progress as we are making on like deadlift. It's okay. You know, we're learning things, we're figuring some things out, especially on, you know, with squat too. We're still learning, we're still figuring things out. We are like making some form of progress every single day, whether it's learning from mistakes, learning things that we need to do better, or just kind of making the little corrections that we need to, and making the connections that we need to. You know, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. You know, this is how I should squat, this is how I shouldn't squat, this is what I need to do on bench, this is what I shouldn't. And just getting, I don't want to say getting the work in because I feel like that's kind of cliche, but just improving little by little every single day, and doing what we can to find out what is going to be the best, you know, technique, programming, you know, all these little cues that are going to inevitably help my total. And that's kind of all we can do, because you can only make like muscular or, you know, strength progress so fast. And, you know, am I one that has in the past has made this extreme progress very quickly? Yes, but like anything, I have my, you know, my progress has its ups and downs. You know, I don't make this crazy progress every single block or every single week. Sometimes I make this crazy progress, and then, you know, some form of a weakness shows itself, and I have to take a block or two to identify and fix that weakness. And then, you know, we get some more progress and we start that cycle over. So like we get progress, whether it's crazy progress or just, you know, slightly above average progress, whatever. We make some form of progress, and then something shows itself, and then we address that. And it's kind of this never-ending cycle. It could be a muscular thing, it could be a technical thing, it could be whatever. And just realizing that not every block is going to be this just like, you know, hit this crazy PR and everything is perfect. Realizing that that's not reality. It can happen, and I think as long as you stick with a plan, in my case, we stick with the plan, it is likely to happen. And just kind of addressing issues that show up is kind of the biggest contributor to that. So, you know, you can't necessarily rush it, and just kind of realizing that that's part of it. Part of this whole game is pretty big. So we're just doing what we can. We're trying to put on as much size as possible, put on as much strength as possible, and we will be in an amazing spot for May. I was talking with my buddy Reese, or I wasn't even talking with him. He just sent me a text and he's like, dude, you should definitely compete in January. Put up like an 8:30 total, get a primetime spot, and then compete at primetime at nationals. And I'm like, that's not a bad idea. So I'll have to look at the requirements for primetime, but it might be pretty cool to show up to nationals and be a part of that primetime session. I don't even know if they're going to host it. I'm assuming that they are going to again, and so that would be pretty cool. Be a part of that primetime session, but I got to look at the requirements or criteria to be a part of that, selected for it. I don't know all the logistical reasons or logistics behind it, like how you get selected or all this stuff. So I would have to look into that. And then obviously I want to talk with my coach, see, if he's game for that plan, and see like what we can do, and how we can kind of work that into our programming and just see what happens. So obviously I need to have a conversation with him. I want to look into the primetime stuff first, see if that is even possible, and then I'm still going to have that conversation. Hey, do you think it would be a good idea to compete in January? See where we're at in terms of depth, pauses, even just like where we could potentially be in terms of openers as well. I don't really want to go all out at that meet just because it is like a full process to get ready. So I do just want to kind of show up and do my thing without a whole lot of preparation for it, and just kind of see where we're at, just get a baseline in terms of if we're to competition standards, and then go from there, and in terms of what we realistically might be able to put up in terms of total, or where we're at in openers, and just kind of see. But gonna run that by him, gonna look into the primetime stuff and all this, but that'll be probably, I'll have that conversation in probably the next week. He got back from his honeymoon last night, so yeah, and it's just, we're gonna have to figure some things, not even figure things out, just have some conversations and create a game plan. So yeah, that's kind of what is on the horizon. Obviously we're gonna keep doing our thing. We're gonna keep trying to put on size and just stick to the game plan. But I think that is going to pretty much wrap everything up here. I don't really have much else to say. So obviously training was good. Training has been going good, and now we just need to replicate some things and keep some things in the back of our mind in terms of execution, and we will be in a great spot. So I'm gonna get going, or not even get going, I'm gonna end this here, and we'll be back tomorrow for some fun accessory bodybuilding day, workout, exercise, whatever. It's late, my brain isn't working, so we'll be back tomorrow for that accessory day, and we'll be well rested for that as well, because I don't have class, so I get to sleep in just a little bit, and yeah, probably have that conversation with my coach tomorrow as well. So that wraps up today, and we'll be back tomorrow.